morning everybody and welcome to the vlog. I feel like spring is springing today, so I chose a little pinky shade to go along with it. We had the loveliest morning walk by the beach and now I thought it was time to pick up the camera because I have an order I just received and I wanted to check out with you, also because I want to wear the pieces that I got. I am holding here some of my 2025 luxury wishlist contents. These pieces are from Idyl, one of my absolute favorite contemporary jewelry brands. They do 14 karat gold with lab-grown diamond pieces, which I love since they're naturally sustainable. And one of the coolest things about them is the modular feature that they propose, through which some of the pieces can actually be worn in several different ways. And so I picked myself a couple of pieces to update my everyday earring stack. The way this works is you're gonna pick a base piece like this one's in here, just like the one I wear up here on an everyday basis as well. This one's also from Idyl. Then you can wear it alone or you can play with some add-ons, which instantly upgrade the earring stack game. I picked these two add-ons, which are part of their modular concept. This one called the Bea has 5 gorgeous Marquise diamonds, which I think will add a touch of glamorous rock and roll to my everyday look. They're placed in a sort of crescent moon style that gracefully dresses the lower part of the ear. And then for the other add-on that I picked, it will be this one right here, which is the Leah. Now this is definitely becoming part of my everyday stack. And it's a floating inverted pear diamond shape that once again, I'm gonna add to that first diamond stud right here and completely change the look of it. So if I want to, I can wear the simple round stud as I do on an everyday basis up here. And then when I want to ump it up a little bit and zhuzh it up a little bit, I can easily put one of the add-ons and then completely change the look of it. Finally, the last piece I picked was this add-on called the Talia. Now this will be a 3 Marquise sort of crescent moon as well diamond set. I also picked a yellow gold chain necklace to go with it as well. This will match to perfection to the other earring add-on I shared with you that also has the Marquise diamonds in it. The amount of sparkle there is on this piece is crazy. Now that spring is right around the corner and we're starting to change the turtleneck sweaters for more open necklines, this piece will definitely take the center stage on some of my outfits. What I love about these pieces is that they're dressy enough to be worn on a formal evening out, and yet they're dainty and delicate enough to be worn on an everyday basis as well. There we have it, new ear stack completely on. I've gone for a sort of crescent in here, the largest size of the single stud, the medium size, and then the smallest size. And then I've gone for the Leah down here and then the Bea on this other side. The Marquise and the pear diamonds I think complement each other very nicely, and then they also complement in a very loving way the necklace. Now they don't only do jewelry, they actually also do a couple of accessories, and something else I got from them, a travel case for traveling with my jewelry. So in here, actually let me check it out because I'm only seeing it right now. I'm gonna have some space to hang necklaces from, get all of my earrings and add-on pieces in there, bits and bobs that need to go inside of a zippered compartment. I've been meaning to get something like this for a while, so I'm very pleased with this one. And then one last thing I got from them was their cleaning kit actually. Let me show you what that looks like. They propose a couple of different cleaning sets. This is like the top of the notch of the ones that they propose, and it will come with Idyl wooden brush, Idyl silky cloth, as well as the O1 shine serum. I don't really know how to use this just yet, but it will come in very handy because the other one that I have in here from Idyl desperately needs a clean. So I'm gonna be putting this to the test later today, and I guess from now onwards you'll start seeing me with jewelry that sparkles a little bit more. All right, now that the jewelry is on, there's something else I wanted to share with you. While we were in South America, the lovely team at Rare Beauty sent me a couple of goodies to try, and I opened them earlier this morning. It's what I was doing my makeup with today actually, and I thought we might as well look into the other things that I didn't use and test them out together. So the things I actually did use were the mascara, which I've shared with you already on the past. It's got a lovely sort of thick type of brush, and I really like that. It adds quite a product in the coating, holds the curl very lovely. So if you do pre-curl your lashes, this will hold curl very nicely. Something else I used today, and it was the first time ever wearing it. This one's a clear brow gel. Just used it, and I think I might like it more than the one I've been using recently. It didn't crisp up my brows, doesn't really deposit a lot of product, so it's gonna be really nice in order to not get those sort of glumpy eyebrows that you can sometimes get with eyebrow products. Not the case for this one, so really nice. This is definitely going into my everyday routine case in there. And then the last product I wore today was this one. This is the tinted lip oil in the color Hope. I actually picked this one up because in our morning walk, we saw that spring was springing right here in Normandy. I thought it might as well be a lovely shade to start welcoming the first glimpses of spring. It's the first time I'm ever wearing the Rare Beauty lip oil. First impressions, very nice on the lips, definitely not on the sticky end of things. And in terms of color, I would say it's got a very nice sort of medium coverage type of shade. This Hope one is a really gorgeous type of pink. And then they also sent two other shades for their lip oils. Joy has a little bit more of a curly type of shade, so it will be this one right here. Serenity, we have something a little bit more muted. I think I'm definitely gonna be wearing this perhaps tomorrow. So a little bit pinky with, I would say, a hint of a terracotta underneath the pink for the shade on this one. They also have a sort of hint of a minty taste to them without them being very minty or tingling on the lips. They've sent 3 of their soft pinch liquid blushes. Courage with its glossy finish, Bliss with its matte finish, and then this one right here, Grateful, which has a glossy finish as well. Really lovely ones. Definitely think I'm gonna go for this one today because I think it will give some cohesiveness between my nails and my face makeup. What I can see just from the get-go is that they're so incredibly pigmented. I think with just one tiny dot, I'll be able to do all of my blush for today. Dot in there, another one in here. And see how this goes. I like placing my blush a little bit higher than where we're normally supposed to, just to like snatch the face and bring it a little bit upwards. Up until I get on the Botox train wagon, I think this is what I'm gonna do to snatch my face. Guess I could easily build it up if I wanted to, but I'm very pleased with how it looks in there. So that will be the makeup done. Very lovely. Really like this type of moodier, springy vibes to kind of like transition from winter into spring. Good morning, everybody. Just quickly getting ready to head to Paris. I thought we'd do some base makeup together because while we were in Uruguay, somebody else sent a lovely package. This time it was Armani Beauty to celebrate the new year, which I'm celebrating 3 months after since we're just back from our little sunshine holiday. This is the foundation I wear on an almost daily basis, I would say, and now they've come up with the concealer to match that foundation, so I'm really looking forward to testing it out with you today. There's also a lovely letter in there. It's in French, so I'm going to do my best at translating it. It says Armani Beauty wishes you a very nice 2025. Amore, avventure, audace, amitié, Armani. Et vous, quel sera votre A de cette année? So which will be your A this year? I guess for me it will be Amour. Let me know which one will be yours. I've been wearing this foundation since I think 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Just as usual, feels lightweight on its application, gives a little bit of a sheen, lovely, lovely coverage without it feeling cakey. Just an overall great product. I'm obsessed with this foundation. I have it here in the shade 575, which is the shade I'll wear when I'm not too pale, not too tanned. I actually have this one, the same shade right here. And then for the concealer, shade number 2. This is also part of their Luminous Silk range. Love a nice doe foot applicator. So far packaging is looking lovely. Now let's put it to test. You really do get the same quality payoff that you get from the foundations. There's really a nice coherence with that whole Luminous Silk range. So first impressions, I'd say it's got that radiance that we also get from the Luminous Silk foundation. Very lovely consistency. Doesn't seem like something that's going to set on the under eye, but obviously I'm going to have to give you my thoughts on it a little bit later on this vlog, or perhaps on the next vlog. It's still got a medium coverage, so very lovely if you haven't had a very good night's sleep. They actually contacted me before sending this little testing gift for New Year's, so I picked something that would be way lighter so I could use it as something to brighten my under eye area. But I guess you could go for a shade that's on the same shade as your normal foundation if you want to use it to actually conceal. To be honest with you, I really like that lighting effect that it brings under the eye. Very, very gorgeous. Now I'm gonna get the rest of my makeup done and I'll see you in a bit. All right, that's the makeup done for today. Gone for that same blush I used yesterday in the shade Encourage. Now I think I deserve a little bit of chocolate, although I should probably leave some for the husband. Oh, it's so cute. It's got the Armani A in there. How adorable is that? This smells so good. I'm gonna leave the rest of it for the husband, who's actually gonna have a lot of chocolate these days, because I also have this other one right here to gift him. This was initially supposed to be his Valentine's chocolate gift. However, since we ended up extending our sunshine holiday and spending Valentine's in South America, the chocolate arrived here, but I never ended up giving it to him. This is an aphrodisiac chocolate from Passage du Désir. It was created in collaboration with a French artist called Marie de Boutet. And what's interesting about it is that they've picked 4 natural ingredients that are natural aphrodisiacs when combined together. That's going to be cacao, maca, damian, and ashwagandha. So this is what one of them looks like. I guess I can touch it since I don't think hubby will mind. And I thought something like this would make for the perfect sort of Valentine's gift. Now they're parted right down the middle because you're supposed to eat half with your other half. But then again, if you want to eat the whole thing, why not? There's 3 of these tablets in there, and I thought that was just such a fun little thing. They're still selling them, so they're not only Valentine's chocolate. I mean, I guess you can get them all year round. I'll make sure to leave them linked down below, along with everything else I'm mentioning as per usual. And now I'm gonna stop waffling because I need to get myself dressed, and today we're heading to Paris. We're heading to a press launch, and then Style News magazine has invited me to go along with them, discover some lovely jewelry collections. So that's going to be very interesting. We've got a little bit of presentations with product and a little bit of nice eating out as well. Made it to Paris, so now let's go check out some jewelry. I'm honestly very excited to see all of this because jewelry is one of my favorite things to have a look at when it comes to Fashion Week, and just all together, honestly. But I think there's so much savoir-faire and different innovative techniques that take place. Also, I think jewelry plays a major role today when it comes to producing luxury in a sustainable way, or to transitioning the production of our raw materials into a more sustainable manner. With the use of lab-grown diamonds, different recycled golds, we can really find ourselves with some beautiful pieces today that are also sustainable. So
good on the eye, good on the heart. Looking very much forward to seeing all of this together with you today.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are back in Normandy today, back by the water. And I just finished getting ready because I'm heading to an event with Longchamp later today. They've invited us to a cocktail to check out their ready-to-wear 2025 collection together. I have had a little sneak peek on their website, and these are some of the pieces that I'm currently loving and thinking of maybe adding to my collection on the upcoming year. Although if I'm really honest with you, a piece I haven't been able to take off my mind ever since trying out their boutique about a year or a year and a half ago will have been this little bucket piece, which I think could be super versatile for days when you want to look a little bit more put together by the beach or whenever I don't have to carry much around in the city. The theme for tonight is Vivez au vert, or live green. So that's why the green onesie. And I've also added a pair of vintage gold and ruby earrings that belonged to my grandma and then to my mom that I thought would add a lovely little sort of countryside-esque vibe to the look. For my bag, I thought something like this would look quite cute. It is obviously a Longchamp piece, just a little nod to maybe even daring to say that spring is right around the corner these days. Now, since we're talking all things styling, I wasn't really planning to do this, but let me show you what shoes I'm going to be wearing. These are some boots in a lovely sort of dark grayish green from Hermes. They're called Volver, and they're one of my favorite pairs of boots. They're just super, super comfortable, very nice and hugging on the ankle. Let me show them to you a little bit more up close. They've got a very nice sort of braided detailing down the front that I think complements any outfit in a very nice manner while adding a little bit of interest on the footwear. They're discreet and for a monotone look as the one I'm wearing today. It's very nice to add a little bit of interest through texture with the details on the boots. Absolutely love these ones. They're also one of the most comfortable pairs I own. So I'm going to be wearing those later, but right now I'm actually wearing Uggs and feeling all comfy and nice because I've just sat down to film my 2025 luxury wish list, which will have gone live before this video, so I'll make sure to leave it linked up here for you.
Degrees and sunny, just the way I always wanted.